Hello and welcome back to Tales from the Age of Men and our wonderful Mirkwood playthrough here. So what I've actually done is I've done a little bit of tinkering myself. I've gone into the game files and I've changed the capacity of each of our elven units here. So I've basically made it so that they're all uniform right now. I'm probably not going to be using any heavy cavalry anyway, but even if I do end up using them, I will then be able to identify them much easier, because at the moment I'm actually not entirely sure, just from looking at the game files, what the heavy cavalry is called. So, that's obviously, my bad, but, Anyway, the point is, I've changed all of these to 2. Every single one of them, every single unit that we're going to be getting is going to take up 2 spaces rather than taking up 3 and taking up 4 and so on and so on and so on. So that's a lot more uniform for us, and that's going to be a lot easier for us. Now, unfortunately, it is going to cost me 10,000. Yes, 10,000 gold. 10,000 gold for that. And we are also, I've also leveled up because I did just do a tournament. Now, we do have plus 50% crafting stamina recovery rate here, and I am definitely going to take this. No, actually, I'm not. You know why? Because one of the modding team was kind enough to actually say that Better Smithing Continued is being used by a couple of people in the community for Tales from the Age of Men. So what we're actually having here is people that already have experience with that mod and actually getting it to work. And it's all a load order thing. Yes, it's all a load order thing. And I actually cannot believe that Bannerlord is this fragile. With mods. I don't know why you need such a specific load order, but there you go, you do. So anyway, the updated load order will be in the description, so if you want to use Better Smithing Continued, then you can do that. Otherwise, for me, I'm going to be taking Imposing Stature. That's obviously going to increase my party size too, which is really, really nice. And otherwise, I have 1 extra focus point to spend here. And I'm probably going to be spending it in bows, all things considered, because I am going to be using a bow very, very soon. I have 7,000 in cash. Also, Better Smithing Continued is now installed, like I said already. So we are going to be heading into the smithy. I'm a little bit worried about crashes because I've had a crash with Better Smithing Continued before. Not in this mod, but just in general. And there it is. Okay, there's the crash. Okay, yeah. So I'm not entirely sure why that happened. It's just an MBSuperSpeed thing. That's what it says. Okay, well, yeah, it's to do with Better Smithing Continued, obviously, so, yeah, that's a problem. Oh, now look at what we have here. Alright, so, it's been a little bit of time, since the cutaway, since the crash, technically, because I tried for about an hour to get the Better Smithing Continued mod to work. I tried all kinds of different things. Doesn't seem to want to work for me. I don't know why, but I can't really waste any more time on it, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move on, and we're just going to play with the new troop, new troop settings, because that means that we can have a much larger army, well, larger in elf terms at least, and we will maybe, as you can see here, be able to fight some people. Yes, it's actually going to be fun. So yeah, we're going to join the dwarves here. Now we are going to be at war against these guys all the way down here, which is actually very exciting because I haven't fought these fellows ever before. In this mod at least. So we are going to make our way over there. I do have quite a few people. As you can see, I have 34. Well, technically 34, I think. Because I do think I have a member of cavalry as well. I was actually waiting here for Galadriel to finally decide to declare war, but the elves are very slow about that kind of stuff. So I was kind of hoping we would be able to get them to take us as a mercenary. But if they won't take us because they're not currently at war, then I'm just going to go to the dwarves. I'm going to go to the dwarves, going to go to the men, and we're just going to be a mercenary for them, and we're going to see what we can do. Alright, so I'm very excited about this. Unfortunately, obviously, we don't really have 68, we don't really have that. We have about 32, I think, because we actually have a cavalry member as well, and I think he takes up 4 spaces. But yeah, anyway, point is, we are here against RHUN. And, oh yeah, by the way, I did buy some new gear. I bought, well, I didn't buy this, but, you know, I actually attained this through some magical ritual that took place over many days within the grounds of so many different elven compounds here. Just absolutely fantastic. Very, very nice. But, yeah, yes, cheat menu, but yeah. Obviously, if you've seen the previous episode, we were trying to get smithing to work, and I had a look at this. I saw this, and I was like, wow, this is actually kind of crazy. So I thought, let's use it. Let's use it for fun, right? Let's use it for fun. And then I purchased this just now, which is the Mirkwood Longbow 2, and that can be used on a horse, so that's very, very nice. And I also bought this and some arrows, you know, because we need some arrows. I didn't buy anything else, so I don't have any, you know, specific armor or anything like that, because I still feel like upgrading our character is half of the fun, to be honest. I actually really like doing that stuff. Yeah, anyway. We're going to actually be attacking RHUN here. The Easterlings, they have a load of cavalry-based units. And so as a result, this is going to be... okay. I think I can see the vision here. I can see the vision. All right, so we're going to do something like this. And we are immediately going to go onto the top of that hill over there. That is what we are going to do. So let's just very quickly do that. Come on now, guys. Let's do this. Ooh, okay, this is the boundary of the battlefield. We have to be a bit careful on that. That's not great. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to go a little bit higher, as you can see here, but no. We're getting a little bit unlucky in that regard, but that's okay. We'll be alright. Hopefully we'll be alright at least. I do have a Rivendell Royal Knight here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why we have one of those, but we do. And we can only hope that my forces are going to play nice. Or should we say are going to absolutely destroy the opponent, but are going to play nice for us. Let's just say that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, yes, face that direction. That's fine. All right, so the question is, you know what? Let's actually tell them to hold fire right now. Oh, yeah. Why am I telling these guys to hold fire? Are you serious right now? There we go. There we are. There we are. Did we do it? Did we do it? No? Okay, well, we're firing in volleys now, hilariously enough. Okay, I don't really want to fire in volleys right here. I don't know how many arrows we actually have. Should I just continue firing? You know what? Let's just continue firing, because I actually haven't gone into a battle with these guys yet. Okay, I literally have not gone into a battle with them, so this is going to be very, very interesting. Okay, so I have this bow. I am terrible at using it, because I am indeed... very low weapon skill, so I'm going to try my hardest to just get some random hits and try to get some skill that way. Unfortunately, my mount is not very good either, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, can my guys actually start killing things? I would really, really appreciate it if they could start killing stuff, to be honest. Yeah, it's exceedingly annoying when the bow is so bad on horseback. And this is the base game, of course. This is the base game, you know. That's what they decided to do. It's very, very frustrating, actually. But yeah, oh well, never mind. I am going to switch to the two-handed here because we do kind of need to. And there we go. Nice. Good damage, good damage. Can we get some more? Can we get some more of that? I kind of need to... wow, we're actually losing a lot of people right now, but we are killing a lot as well, so I'm not sure if we're actually going to be okay here. Are we actually going to be fine? The question is, are we? I don't know. This is dangerous. Very, very dangerous indeed. I am leveling up my... oh, come on. Okay, I knew that was going to happen, actually. As soon as that happened, yep, as soon as we had that happen, I was like, yep, okay. Well, I believe we are indeed victorious, surprisingly enough, but we did end up losing two of our highly most leveled units, which is not exactly great. I mean, what am I supposed to do in that situation? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of a miracle that we only lost that many, to be honest. Anyway, 18 renown for us, 27 influence. This is obviously fantastic. It's going to start paying for our wages really, really nicely here. Funnily enough, our trader was actually able to keep me afloat for quite some time. I'm actually very surprised, to be honest, that he was able to do that. But yeah, well, what we're going to do with our elf fellow here is we're not going to execute these guys because they're not technically Uruks or anything like that. So for me personally, you know, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we'd probably let men live. Would we? Would we actually let men live? I don't know. I wouldn't know what to tell you about that, but yes. Anyway, we have some troops here, and we can... well, not troops, we have some prisoners here, and I could technically take them prisoner, and then we could run back and hand them in. What do you think? I think that might make sense. We're getting some good leadership bonuses as well, which is very nice. Ooh, nice gloves. Okay, thanks very much. Nice boots. Yeah, I'm basically just going to be using anything I can get my hands on at this point until I've made enough money to literally just be able to buy some really, really good elven armor, because I know for a fact that Legolas's armor is in the game, as well as I think you can get Thranduil's armor as well. And, well, let's face it, that would be pretty incredible. So this is where I am. Yes, I'm all the way out here. And there's a fellow over there just kind of holding position. And we're going to go back to the nearby town and sell some prisoners. And we're also obviously going to be regenerating along the way, which is great because that gives me, look at this, it gives me medicine skill. Ah, I'm overjoyed. It's about time. Alright, so we've arrived back in the town, and we're just going to sell a couple of our saddles here, because we obviously don't really need those that badly, and we're then going to sell all of the armor, as you can see. Look at that, 15,000 actually going to be gained from that. And, oh yes, by the way, I did actually get this from the other town, from the other elven town, which is the Imladris faction. I don't know, I haven't really explored there that much, but I do know that obviously this sword comes from there, so, you know, I thought, oh, they probably have some really, really good bows too. And, well, as you can see, they have a very nice bow here, which, funnily enough, is only 1 accuracy and 1 missile speed better. So, yeah, generally, my current weapon is pretty good by the looks of things. I feel like the Noldor longbow would probably have a lot more damage, you know, considering, but, oh well, it doesn't really matter anyway. What we're going to do is just going to sell this, there we go, and we will probably sell that as well, there we go, 22,000, very, very nice. Now, we also do need to get some food. I'm going to make sure that we have a lot of food here, because we are going to be venturing relatively deep into enemy territory, and we're not going to be having any allies or anything like that. It's going to be very, very difficult for us to survive there potentially. And who do we have here? Oh, hello. We have a trader person and a steward. This is actually kind of crazy. We could potentially get another do you think we should get another caravan? It's not looking good. Let's just say that. It's not looking good for the caravan. However, it is looking good for a potential potential governor. Let's sell our prisoners, though. Let's sell our prisoners. That's going to get us a little bit of roguery skill, and we'll obviously take a look at our perks, because as you can see, we've leveled up quite dramatically. So we are going to need to spec into two-handed. So let's go with a little bit more damage against shields. We're going to go for nomadic traditions, of course, and then we're going to go for stout defender, because I personally love those. And we are then going to make our way back to RHUN territory. Do I want to make a brief stopover and actually recruit some more elves? A brief stopover, he says. It's all the way over here. Oh dear, that would take me a long time to get there. You know what? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Not until we have you know, have no other choice, basically. Alright, here we go. It is now time for us to tackle another RHUN vassal. Now, this is obviously going to be one of those times where we have some pretty big issues dealing with the predominant cavalry forces. This is also the reason why I feel like my current army composition is a little bit lacking. I'll be the first, I'll be the first person to say it, I'll be the first person to just, stand on the podium and be like, yeah, actually, you know what? This army composition is not that good. What we're going to need is we will need some glaive people. We'll need some glaive people, we'll need some infantry, we'll need some people that can actually protect the archers. I thought we'd be able to maybe do a little bit of an elven supremacy thing where we can literally just kind of relax with that and just destroy people from range. That was actually my hope. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to destroy people from so far away that we wouldn't have any kind of problem. But obviously, as you can see right here, we're not really getting that kind of experience, which is unfortunate. So we will have to do this a little bit differently, and let's hope that I don't get murdered by these guys. There we go, thank you very much. These fellows, I believe, are faster than I am, so I am going to have to... Yeah, are they? Are they? Maybe not, maybe not. Anyway, the point is, hopefully my archer... Really? Oh, come on now. Oh, yeah, I lost my cavalry. Okay, well, that's not terrible, because he's supposed to be a distraction, mostly, to be honest. I mean, even though he is actually very good, I was generally just wanting to try to make sure we had a decent shot with our archers being, you know, somewhat protected, at least, I don't know, in the first stage of this battle. But obviously, maybe that's not going to work out. I mean, you can see here, these guys are wanting to murder us pretty badly here. Let's actually tell our guys to go into a line again. Okay, I'm going to get off my mount. I'm actually going to get off my mount. This is maybe not the best idea, considering the opponent does like to focus us down quite dramatically, but I can maybe do something. Yes, this is the problem here, you see. This is the main issue. Yeah, unfortunately these guys are just able to come through immediately with just impunity, and they're not able... Look at our guys. They're not actually doing any damage. Is it just me? It feels like we're not doing any damage. Oh, okay, I think we might be alright. I think we might be okay now. I am actually, you know, that's tense. That is some tension right there. I thought to myself, okay, you know what? This is going to be pretty easy, right? I mean, he's only got 65. We absolutely destroyed the other guy that we were fighting against, and I think we had more people, didn't we? I mean, we had more people. He had more people, but he outnumbered us just the same. I am assuming this guy had slightly better... I'm going to say it, I guess, unit quality, right? Slightly better unit quality, because there's no way... I mean, the strategy was basically nothing. I mean, he didn't do anything. He basically just charged at us straight up, and yeah, we did lose a bunch of those guys, because that is basically the only unit we really have. And you can see how many did they didn't even kill that many. Look at that. They didn't even kill that many. And we have the Border Wardens doing more damage. What's actually going on with that? Okay, well, we got 21 influence, which is pretty decent. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like the Elven units should have better bows. Is that just me? I don't know. I feel like... Should we actually take them prisoner? I mean, taking them prisoner is actually going to be kind of good. You know what? Let's take them prisoner. And I'm not going to take any of these guys. I'm just going to take this one person, because I'm going to donate them and get a huge amount of relation gain. And that's going to be our main thing that we want to do right now. Let's get a new bit of horse armor for our mount there, which is very, very nice. And Phaedra might be able to get some new things as well. There we go. Let's give her a new sword, a new helmet. There we go. And a new cape. There we are. Okay, absolutely fantastic. And we could give her a new shield as well. That sounds pretty good. All right, yeah, that's great. So now we can actually take all of this. Let's make sure that we remember to take the loot. Yes, thank you. And I believe I am... Yes, I did level up finally. Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay, let's get preventive medicine straight up. Let's get two-handed. And then we will... I actually really want to go into a battle against this guy, to be honest. I really do. But unfortunately, I don't think I can. We are so low in terms of people now, which is very, very sad. There's not much I can do. I'm going to have to return back to Elven territory and recruit some more people and then come back. Okay, here we go into another battle against the Easterlings. I can only say that this is saving us a huge amount of money. And indeed, I have now started to level levies into their respective infantry infantry paths. The one thing that we got to do though is that I'm actually going to show you what I'm going to go for after this, or shall we say a little bit later in the episode if I remember to do that. Otherwise, let's actually just see, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go here? Can I go up here? No, I cannot go up there. We can go down here. We can actually travel pretty far back in terms of the battlefield, providing us with a lot of extra range. Unfortunately, I actually don't really like that, so we're just going to stay around about this rock. This rock is basically one of the most powerful positions on the map. I know that sounds really, really dumb to say that, but it is actually kind of true because of the enemy's cavalry. If we can keep our cavalry around about here, not cavalry, if we can keep their cavalry round about here and our archers round about here, then we'll be absolutely fine, or at least hopefully we're kind of fine. Now we're going to be putting our infantry into a square formation, even though they don't really have that many people. So technically what we could do, actually, you know what, let's put them into a shield wall instead. That's probably going to be a little bit more effective. And these fellows are going to be, I wish I had a bit more precise control over our forces. Unfortunately, we don't really have that. So we're just going to have to make do. And this is going to go, hopefully, very, very well. I can only hope that it will go very, very well, because you can see here, these guys have thrown weapons. They are going to absolutely destroy us. From range, potentially, kind of. But yeah, you can see exactly what's happening here. Look at what's happening right now. These guys do not know how to deal with the rock. Unfortunately, they have kind of figured it out now. So, yes, of course, of course. Okay, let's put them into a square now. How are our archers doing? Not very well, I guess. Yeah, well, we'll see, we'll see. We're doing some pretty nice damage here. Can we actually kill that guy? No, we're almost killing a lot of them. Unfortunately, that's not good enough. We need to get one-shot kills. There's the enemy vassal. He's dead, which is nice. Yeah, I wish we had a little bit more range on this, but no, it's all good, it's all good. We're fine, you know, as long as we actually get the right timing, we should be fine here. Yeah, these guys need to die. These guys need to die. Thank you very much. The honor guards. They are inflicting way too much damage on us right now. I'm actually really surprised that they haven't done more damage in general, as in they have thrown weapons up the wazoo, so I'm actually not entirely sure why they would not have a couple of kills by now. I'm kind of my horse just basically being like, yes, I am a horse. I am bouncy. I bounce on the floor for some reason. I don't actually know why that would happen, but I love those kinds of moments. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me just be very, very careful here. I know, I should be using my bow, but I'm not going to use my bow just yet. There's a reason for that. It's just because it is too ineffective in a fight like this, where we actually need to win. We do actually need to win, and I need to be somewhat effective. If I am not effective, then we're probably going to end up potentially losing, or at the very least, losing a lot of troops that would have survived otherwise if I had just done some damage. You know, I don't need to be the record holder for the most kills in this battle ever, but I do need to actually kill some things. You know, I do need to kill some things. I do need to inflict some damage here and there, because that is inherently the main problem when, yeah, like that. When we die, right, like this, when we die like this fundamentally increases the chances for our forces to lose their lives by, you know, a lot. So it's very, very bad if that happens. Thankfully, we only lost 4 people here, which is pretty nice. And, why did I say that? Wow. Okay, you don't have to, come on, game. You don't have to compound the fact, do you? Oh, yes, well, whatever. That's such a classic moment, isn't it? It's such a classic moment. It happens, I think that probably happens to everyone, doesn't it? Because basically, whenever you die, if you do die, you then, for some unknown reason, you end up losing your highest tier unit. I don't know why that always happens. It's so crazy. It happened in Warband as well, and it happens in Bannerlord too. If you have high tier units, you might as well just say goodbye to them now. If you, if you need them to stay alive, they're probably going to just, kill themselves somehow. I don't know. They just run into the opponent or something like that. I don't really know what happens. But yes. Anyway, we're going to be getting these guys. Palace Guards. Yes, Palace Guards. These guys look really, really cool in my opinion. They've got some crazy cool stuff, and they are also using spears, as you see here. So they are perfect to counter cavalry. And generally, you know what's really funny? I actually feel as though maybe having these guys is a detriment to our army's efficiency and lethality. I think that might actually be the case. I'm not entirely sure if it is at the moment, and I do need to do some more testing and stuff like that, but from my perspective right now, these guys on paper seem like absolute insane beasts, and, well, they should be, they should be, right, with this stat line, right? They should be with this stat line. However, I think their bow is a little bit too low damage. I'm not sure if that's just me, but it feels like they're not really getting that many kills. And in comparison, wouldn't we rather just have a bunch of these guys? Wouldn't we rather just have a bunch of these guys, the swordsmen, or maybe some glaives, some glavesmen, or maybe just go for all of the palace guards and just forego the ranged capabilities of the archers? Because what I could technically do then is, if I had an entire infantry based company with the elves, I'd be able to have only palace guards, and what we could do with them is just put them into a square formation, and then the opponent is going to have so many difficulties actually getting through that, especially with cavalry. We're going to win by default, or should technically win, kind of, I guess. Now, with our new and improved focus points in two-handed, we now have, oh yes, 2 perk points to spend. So let's have a look-see here. We're going to go for swing speed, of course, and we're going to be going for knocking down the enemy with a heavy hit. I think that sounds pretty cool, because we're also going to be getting a minus 20% recruitment cost for infantry. And this is going to fundamentally improve our ability to resupply our forces, because, at the moment, they're 1,500 per one, right? So 20% off that, that's not too bad, Not a terribly big bonus, which is kind of nice, or shall we say, not a terribly big, what is it now? Discount. There we go. Not a terribly big discount, but it's going to help us out a great deal. So I'm having a good time with that. We're not going to be going for sprint this time, unfortunately, and so we are just going to be taking powerful instead, and we're going to be going for heroic leader. Yes, heroic leader or authority. We could go for authority. Authority actually might make more sense, considering no. We'll do heroic leader. We'll do heroic leader just because I want to get to famous commander as fast as possible. So next time we level up, which should be very, very soon, we're going to be putting another point into leadership. And here it is, the next battle. And yeah, we're going to try to use our bow a little bit in this one. I'm not sure if this is actually a good idea to use the bow in this one, because it is still one where we are outnumbered dramatically. We're going to be outnumbered pretty much in every single battle, but I do want to actually do things in some of these, because the better that I can perform, the more adequate the actually that's oh no, never mind. Okay, we actually did some pretty good damage right there. I'm kind of surprised. All right. Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised we're hitting at all, to be honest. Okay, well, 50 in bows it is then. That's actually quite good. It's not bad. I'm surprised. Okay, good. Yeah, so I guess what we'll do is we'll just be very, very careful here, and I'll just try to inflict a little bit of damage from the back lines. And I say a little bit of damage. Come on now from the back lines. Thank you. Yes, I am clearing my throat on purpose here to indicate a point. Yes, yeah, it would be nice if they would actually do something there, but oh well, never mind. Okay, well, it may very well be the case that I might need to get off my mount once again and do some damage. These mercenaries actually look pretty dangerous. Okay, one thing I got to do though is I'm actually looking to save up my money now, or try to save up money as best as I can, because, considering the fact that I have to replace my units, and they are so incredibly expensive, that well, let's just say that it is going to take quite some time for me to be able to afford a set of decent elven armor, at least from what I can tell. Maybe we're going to be able to get something a little better. Maybe we will be able to in just a moment once we have eliminated these fellows. Maybe we'll be able to take a look around more adequately. I don't know. Maybe we will. It depends. It depends. If we are losing any people here, then I will probably go back. But it doesn't seem... Are we actually doing really, really well this time? Is this just because I've got more infantry? Yeah, I think that might very well be the case. I had a sneaking suspicion that the elves' infantry might actually be like the secret source, you know what I mean? Might be the secret source to victory. Because, as you no doubt tell here, I mean, just look at what happened. Look at what happened. These fellows literally got absolutely outclassed, outmatched, murdered in, well, in 6 different ways. Yes, in 6 different ways. And, well, I'm going to tell everyone to charge. This is the first time we've actually had the opportunity to tell people to charge in, which is actually kind of crazy. Usually we're playing defensively so massively that there is no way I'm going to ever give the charge order, but there you go. Oh, maybe I can... Oh, yes. Wait. These guys... We might be able to shoot them. Yes. There we go. Okay, a little bit. There we go. Yes. Give me that. Thank you. Okay, I'm actually trying for the headshot. But there's no way I'm going to make that. Yeah. I mean, I did make it before, but... Oh, there we go. We actually got a kill on that guy, which is pretty decent. And yeah, there. So... yeah, as you can see, super nice and easy. Actually, very surprising that it was so easy, but as I said, I think that it was easier because we had so many infantry. You see... Oh, wait. Now all of a sudden they're getting kills? It's because we're protecting them, isn't it? That's why. Yeah. Okay, so basically the secret is this, which I think probably you know. You probably already know this. Maybe some people don't. I don't know. But yeah, the secret apparently is that you need a 2-to-1 ratio of infantry to archers. That seems to be the way to go. I could be wrong about that, obviously. Don't quote me on it. But this is what I have seen so far with what we've currently got going on here. So we're just going to continue going for Greenwood Wardens. You can see here that we've only got 13 of these guys, and we've got like what do we have? 20 of these guys around that. So kind of a 2-to-1 thing. Kind of a 2-to-1 thing going on there. Anyway, I'm actually just going to leave this. I'm not actually going to take any people here because I don't have roguery skill or anything like that, unfortunately. And yeah, we're just going to have to move on because we are in enemy territory at the moment, and there is no way I'm going to be able to sustain a prisoner movement speed that, you know, where we basically just take huge amounts of people. So as you can see, this is where we currently are. This is generally where I tend to go. I go from all the way over there, all the way down here, and well, I try to search for people. Technically, I could go for a raid on a village, but I don't think that really matters. Does that actually do anything for us? Oh, hello. All right. Oh, this guy has apparently come out of nowhere, and he's searching for blood. He wants blood from us. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm actually thinking of getting Beast Slayer, purely because it feels to me like the opponent is riding so many mounts that it probably makes sense. So I'm actually going to be doing that. And we're also going to be going for movement speed penalty, armor penetration. I guess armor penetration, I don't really like that much, but we'll go for it. Accuracy penalty while mounted, or more speed. Accuracy penalty while mounted, I suppose, considering we are supposed to be a horse archer. And I would like to level up leadership. There we go. Yes, like I said, there we are. Okay, fantastic. So let's actually have a look. What does he have? He has Easterling Swordsman. Okay, so these guys might actually make themselves a little bit problematic for us. Let's have a look. No. They're actually fine. They're just tier 3s, as you can see there. So this is going to be relatively simple for us to defeat him. Potentially. I mean, we don't know. He has footman, veteran infantry as well. He does have a couple of high tiers, but we should be fine.
Stop there, stranger.
Stop there, stranger. I know you. You stole my pizza. Yes. It's probably what he did. I mean, let's face it, you know, Bertildian is a bit of a pizza fiend, isn't he? Okay, so we are perfectly fine here. Let's go on in. Let's see how we do. Let's just hope that cross your fingers, please. Cross your fingers for. Oh, actually, ooh, yeah. Thank you very much. That helped us a great deal. That is wonderful. All right, so yeah, this is a fantastic battlefield. If we can make this work, then this is going to be one of the most embarrassing defeats that the opponent has ever had. So I'm going to put myself over here into the infantry so that they can actually gain some bonuses from me. Because it feels to me like the archers are probably going to be okay without that. Isn't that true? Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, I think so. The only thing that we're really giving to the opponent, if I were to be the captain of the archers, is a little bit of extra bow skill, which they don't really need, and 5% armor penetration with bows. That's it. I think that it's much, much better for us to be the captain of the infantry. So let's do that, and let's get ourselves up here as soon as possible, please. As soon as possible. Unfortunately, Phaedra is not with us right now. She is injured, so unfortunately she won't be able to join us in this battle, which is okay, I suppose. I mean, you know, that's just how it is. But maybe we can do something. Yes, so let's get our archers here. Let's get, actually, no, wait. Let's get our archers over here, and then infantry round about here, and then we are going to face that direction. Thanks very much. Can you actually face the proper direction? That's always very annoying, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so, hopefully they will actually start facing the right direction. And our archers will hopefully get some kills as well. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get up my bow. I mean, I do have 15% less accuracy penalty now, so I should technically have a good time. I mean, maybe. Okay, good damage. Good damage. Actually, kind of surprising. Okay, this is gonna be bad. Nice. This is relatively bad. Them coming in at the same time, that's terrible. Okay, I'm gonna have to get off my mount right now. Okay, come on now. Yes. Yes, there we go. And it looks as though we're going to have to actually try to get away here, unfortunately. Yeah, we're going to lose some stuff. It's not really actually going to be that bad, to be honest. And we are just going to... where are we going to move? That's the question. I'm going to need to move this way. Oh, that is a bit of a setback, unfortunately. But yeah, it couldn't get any worse than that, could it? We had a pretty good location, but unfortunately, because of various factors... yeah, me, you know, then we had a bit of a problem. But it's okay. It's okay, because we did actually get very close to level 14. We actually leveled this up. We're going to be going for type formations. Tactics, always very, very nice with the type formations. If we're going to be using square a lot, then that's great. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.